What is a critical conversation? A critical conversation is a conversation that reveals important context, not only about ourselves, but about other people. Critical conversations edify, heal, and provide substance. Join Latanya Harris Gooden as she introduces us to critical conversations right here on Trailblazers Radio.
Hello, everybody. This is LHG. I am just coming to let you know that I am an independent paparazzi jewelry consultant. You didn't know that, did you? Well, now you know. So I would love to be your personal jewelry lady. Paparazzi is an amazing company. We sell nickel and lead-free jewelry. We are known for our $5 bling, but you just need to know there is an exclusive Z collection that's $25. It's the bling of all bling when you're really going out on the town and you want to show up absolutely fabulous. So we have items for women, for men, and for young fashionistas out there. We don't discriminate. If you need it, I'm sure we got it. You have the opportunity to follow my page on Facebook called Polished on Purpose, a VIP group. Follow my personal page, Latanya Harris Gooden. And I have my own website that is at your disposal 24/7. So many ways to shop. So let me be the one that makes sure you are accessorized the way you should be. Because I want you to be polished on purpose. My mentor always tells me, when you show up, people are checking you out. They're watching you. So why not be polished? Be poised. Be purposeful. Glam it up with pop, honey. I got what you need. Good evening, and welcome everybody to GirlChat Weekly. And I am LHG, Latanya Harris Gooden, your hostess of Critical Conversations. And tonight on GirlChat Weekly, I got my sister, Tracy Curry, is in the house.
Hello.
This is my sweetheart, y'all. She is one of my team members on my paparazzi team. She is an amazing sister. God gave her to me because he loves me. So I am so glad to have you here, Tracy. Let me bring up our next guest as well. Quilla, let me know if you're ready. It's Girl Chat tonight. We are talking about embracing our bodies. And I think that this is a critical conversation. Because we need to make sure that we love ourselves in every possible way. And many times we don't do that well. So we're going to talk it through tonight. Let me get my other guests up here. Hey, Quilla! Hey! I see somebody else down here, Miss McFoster. Let me bring her up as well.
That's my friend.
Hey, friend!
Hey, friend.
How y'all doing tonight? I'm so excited. We got a whole panel.
It's breaking up.
It's breaking up? Are y'all
really bad
for you too, Quilla? Can you hear me okay?
No, I can hear you good.
Okay. You can hear me too, Miss McFoster. What can I call you, Miss McFoster?
Okay.
Q.
Q. Come on, Q. All right, y'all. So tonight's episode is very important, and I try to think of different ways to approach it, but we're just gonna let it organically flow. If you have not joined me before, this particular show, Critical Conversations, I got an echo from somebody. Does somebody have a second device on? No? Okay, I just want to make sure we get that echo out of there. This particular show is totally centered around having conversations that people don't typically want to have. It may give you a lump in your throat. It may make you clutch your proverbial pearls, but it's necessary because it's critical. When you go to a hospital and they're on the overhead, like, I need somebody in here stat, ICU, that means it's life or death. And some of these talks we have literally is between life and death when it comes to our self-esteem, our relationships, our money, our health as women. This is our space. 1 hour of chat all about us. I'm going to pray real quick and we're going to get started. So look, Lord, here we go again.
trusting you to be in the midst on my podcast. You know how we roll. I need you to meet me here and let something that somebody said bless somebody's whole soul down to their knee has. Lord, I need you, God, to just make sure that we are learning how to love our temple. You created us. We are your masterpiece. You gave us this temple. So we ain't really been doing right by it. And we sorry, for real. We sorry. But we're going to do better. And we thank you in advance for just giving us the insight that we need to be wiser, smarter, and better in this new year. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen. Let's get it.
Amen.
So, embracing your body. First of all, I'm going to be honest. I struggle with this. Some days I feel really good about myself. It depends on the outfit. I'm just going to be real transparent. Sometimes it's what I wear, it's where I'm going, and who I'm going with. I need to learn how to be okay with me every day, no matter what I got on, where I'm going, what the occasion is, because I believe that self-esteem is attractive and not just romantically. If you feel good about you, I think it's contagious and others start to kind of feel that vibe from you. Just like if you depressed and you are down and you frowning and you complaining, that can be contagious too. So I'm trying to learn how to love me consistently. The Bible is very clear. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. I hear that a lot. It almost sounds cliche, but it is really true. If the Lord thought enough of each of us to create us individually in our own uniqueness, then why I got a problem with it? Because I'm going to be honest with y'all. I used to want me a big old butt. And my caboose, when it started out, baby, that top part, it's like, I'm going to be a big old booty. Hey, yeah. It started out nice and juicy. This like, womp, 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 Grand Canyon. I'm like, I just want to take the fat off my arm, doctor, and create me a normal round bowling ball bedroom booty. I mean, I'm married. I could talk like that. I mean, a dunk, honey. That thing gonna have its own zip code. Don't play. Well, that's what I wanted, but I didn't get that. I got an English muffin, and you know what? In certain outfits, it does appear the illusion of a nice booty. Different kind of skirts, different kind of pants. I put me some jeans on. They give me a little curvaceousness. But we have to learn to embrace where we are now. And I was talking to some friends of mine, and they were saying, well, kind of be careful because you also want to make sure you're healthy. Yes. But before I can get into the changes, I need to love where I am today. I don't like looking in the mirror sometimes, but I do it anyway. And we're going to talk about that. So I want to ask my panel, when you heard the topic, embracing your body, I want to know, Tracy, what came to your mind first? Just right off the top of your head, what was your thought process?
My thought process is the same as yours. I'm a BBW.
Okay.
So
We good.
Yes. So I'm the same way. I change a few times a day, to make myself appear look good. I try my best. So
I know
yeah.
you looking gorgeous right now, girl. You
Well, thank
listen,
you.
Mary J. Blige.
Oh wow,
You are working it today, boo.
thank you. And I
You
changed my
gorgeous.
times.
Really? Why do you change?
So I can get it right. I have that low self-esteem well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have that, you feel like, well, maybe this doesn't look right. Maybe
Yeah.
this will be less flattering, more flattering.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm like that too.
Yeah.
Fuller, what about you?
I think for me, it's more like it's I feel like I embrace my body sometimes, but most times I don't. Just mainly because, like I've been, the sizes and things that I wanted to be before. And,
after having Kylie, it's been kind of hard. Even though she's 7, it's been kind of hard to even get on any kind of routine to kind of like get back down.
Okay.
Um, but I have this journal that I was doing with some of my friends, and
Mhm.
it's imperative that we talk nice to ourselves about those
Ooh.
things, because a lot of times we talk negatively about ourselves, like even if it's a joke or even if it's like, just like passive or whatever, like your
Right.
brain hears that, like, you like and it seeps in. And it's
Yeah.
something that I mean, like, I won't say I talk negatively, but I won't say I talk great. I don't talk great, or I may not talk at all, about it. It's kind of like an ignoring type thing. But
Mhm.
I know, like, in the back of my mind, like, I feel okay about it sometimes, but most times I don't, because I know where I was and where I want to be.
Wow.
So it's like, it's a, battle like everybody else, to kind of just like embrace myself for who I am.
Mhm.
Um,
Did she freeze up? Quick, were you still there?
He's
this
frozen.
is
Oh,
also, oh,
Okay.
did
She
I?
back.
Yeah, we had a power outage earlier, and the
Oh
internet
wow.
is
yeah.
still having an on and off issues.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I just think like we have to, I have to, and
You
if
said it right.
everybody,
We in this together.
we have to like embrace, like you said, embrace where we are in order to like get to where we are, because that's just like God be like, oh, you want to be rich, but you can't even handle what I'm giving you. You can't manage your money
Oh,
right.
the steward.
Right. You can't even manage your money right, but you want me to give you so much
Come
more. And
on.
it's like,
That's
that's
powerful.
the same thing. If you want
Yes.
to embrace yourself, you have to start now, where you don't think, oh, I look beautiful, or I like what I have on, or I like how I look. You
Right.
gotta just embrace it, because when you do get to where you are, you still gonna have those feelings in your brain, like,
Yes. See?
man, I'm not small enough, or this ain't fitting me good enough, or this and that.
Mhm.
But you not where you was.
Mhm.
And so we got to embrace every little victory we have, every
Yes.
little, everything. We have to just embrace it. And I'm talking to myself too, because I
So
definitely
good.
don't give myself credit for, like, little strides that I make and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
um, I think it's very important that we talk nicely to ourselves about ourselves, because we hear ourselves
That
and we
is
start believing it.
yes.
If
Yeah.
we not, you know, if you talk nicely, if
I think we lost her again. She might come right back. Okay. Q, are you there?
then
Okay,
you
we
gonna
might
have
not
to
have
stop
Q.
the game
Oh,
and
there she go.
everything. I'm gonna turn the Wi-Fi off until they get it together.
Okay. Okay.
Till Xfinity decide to get it together.
Xfinity, do y'all hear us? Get right or get left. So while she's adjusting, I feel that because when I had bariatric surgery in 2012, and I almost feel ashamed to say it because of the size I am now. In 2012, I was 415 pounds. And after having the surgery and getting down, I got all the way down from 415 to 240. And when I tell you, it was the time of my life. The little things like being able to fit into a theater seat without spilling over into someone else's seat, being able to get on a roller coaster and not worried about the seatbelt coming loose. I mean, it's the little things that I enjoyed being that size. However, when you have weight loss surgery and you don't deal with the issues that got you obese, the psychological aspects of having an inappropriate food relationship, when you don't deal with that and change your lifestyle forever, you will gain it back. And some people gain it back and then and a plus one, and they gain it and become double. So I went into a depression after I started gaining my weight back. Stress is something that causes me to eat. If I'm at work and a stressful email comes up, I want to crunch. I need some Cheetos because the crunching is gonna keep me calm. So I mean, man, weight issues, fluctuating weight, having 18 different sizes of clothes, it's a lot. But I had to say to myself, when you lose it this time, not if, but when you lose this weight this time, Latanya Harris Gooden, you're gonna do it because you changed your lifestyle and you changed your mindset. Um, I haven't gained it all back. I'm starting to slowly come back down, but it really took me to a negative headspace because I knew everyone noticed it. It was the elephant in the room. You know, she had lost all that weight. What didn't happen to her? So, you know, I felt horrible about that. And somebody told me, don't you ever tell that story that you had surgery. Dear person who told me that, I'm just going to tell my story because it really is my story. I mean, what's to be embarrassed about is my journey. Yep, I had the surgery. I'm big now, but I have to get to the root of my issues. But it's funny, Quill, that you said talk nicely to yourself because the article that I'm going to introduce to you all says that we should tell ourselves thank you. We should tell ourselves nice things. It's funny you mentioned that. And I'm like, tell myself that. You know, we tell everybody else that. Thank you. You look nice. You look cute. I like your shoes. You know, we're always giving everybody else compliments. So it makes sense psychologically to start saying nice things to yourself, especially if we are Christians and we believe in, you know, what's in your heart come out your mouth. Hey, Simone. So it's like starting to believe in yourself and love yourself, and then your words match that belief and speaking it out into existence, into the atmosphere. I mean, who knows what that will do for your mind? I have anxiety. I've had depression. Who knows? You can probably help heal your mindset by just saying positive things to you. And I got some affirmations that we're going to talk about in just a minute. This is a mindset journey, y'all. The mind and the body are so intricately woven. It's amazing. When your mind is stressed, when you got too much going on in your head and you're reaching for food, you ain't even hungry, but it's there. I'm not even hungry. Why am I eating a whole 4-course meal at 12 midnight and not even hungry? Because you feel like if I'm watching a movie, I gotta eat. It go together. Movie and eating. No, it don't. Or get you some carrots. Or get you some celery. Not a pork chop, you know, potatoes, and some white bread. You got to have a white bread. I don't like regular bread. White bread's my thing. That's just me. So it's really a deprogramming, y'all. Come on, Simone. It's a battlefield of the mind. And what you are putting into your mind, what you are putting into your thought life, it does translate to the physical. So we got to really be careful with that. Let me get our comments up here. Thank you, Simone. Thank you for joining us. There we go. So, Q, you let me know when you're ready, dear. But this is what I want to tell y'all. This goes back to childhood. For me, being the obese child, and children can be the cruelest creatures on the entire planet Earth when it comes to obese children. Being the brunt of all types of jokes. And not only am I a big girl, I'm dark as night, and I got a whole drippy Jerry curl. Lord, I'm triggered. Lord have mercy. And I'm a nerd. So yeah, they had a field day on me. So then you have what I would consider childhood depression. We didn't talk like that back then. You better not. Don't say that word. Don't claim that. Don't claim that. Come on. And if y'all real churchy and you want them, don't claim it. Don't even play me like that. If you got it, you got it. Let's call a thing a whole thing. Because many people have lost their lives not calling a thing a thing. We ain't even going out like that. So if you're dealing with depression, you're dealing with anxiety, PTSD, whatever, call it what it is and get you some therapy, some Jesus. Therapy and Jesus is a great combo meal. Okay? So as a kid, being a big child, and the stores only went to certain sizes. Now, Sears had a little husky section. This a couple of items was husky. Wasn't a lot to choose from, but there was a little bit of husky sizes for the kids. But for the most part, my mom had to go to an adult store to find clothes my size, but it had me looking like I was a whole grown woman. So then we had to get my clothes made so I can be a kid again. So I can see her frustration going store to store, probably like, I hate that my child's so fat. Why I can't just get her a regular Easter dress? I felt that frustration, and maybe it was just me, but I can tell she was tired. So I felt like, dang, it's my fault that my mama got to buy expensive clothes because I'm big. So I believe that depression seed came into my life at a very young age. But kids were only seen, not heard. You couldn't say, excuse me, I'm having a little bit of depression. No, you can't. Not what? We couldn't just walk up to our mama and say that. We like, that's the devil. That's witchcraft. Get the church mothers. She done lost her mind. So now, almost 40 something years later, I'm just now confronting that spirit. And my diagnosis is not my final destination, but I've had to have medication. I've had to have therapy, and I'm not ashamed of that. I know God to be a healer, but I had to have another layer of healing to get me where I want to be. But being a big person, when you going out like to a concert, just the other day, I went to the Carl Thomas concert. I love me some Carl Thomas, sidebar. And I was already having a panic attack because of the seat size. So I had to unhook my seat because I didn't want everybody like, she big, I can't even get comfortable. It's stuff that you go through. You don't want everybody looking at you like she's making everybody uncomfortable, even on a plane. So y'all don't understand what people go through just in society, trying to fit in and trying to not be the biggest person in the room, all eyes on me. And then watch what y'all be saying. Like, I've seen people come in a restaurant, a bigger person, dang, she don't need nothing else to eat. That's so dang on rude. Leave people alone. Sometimes people are the problem.
Yeah.
Sometimes just real negative, rude. And I've seen people make fat jokes and be not they don't mean it maliciously, but they in a different generation. They think it's okay. It's not. Listen, America, I don't care how old you are. Leave people's weight alone. Children, older people, don't comment on people's weight like that. Just stop it. Just stop it. We already got enough being who we are. We don't need to remind us that we big. We don't need that. We good on that. But the article that I want to talk to y'all about, and I want to get Q in on this conversation too. It's not okay, Simone. It's not okay. And it just happened recently at a church service. And I don't believe the pastor meant it in any harmful way. He was being playful, but you got to know different generations play differently. I'm 47. I will never joke about that. But a 60-year-old might think that's permissible. It's not, y'all. Please stop. But the preacher made a comment about the little boy's size in front of the whole congregation. And when I tell you, my heart sank. And if I had been that child mama, at the service, I would have been like, Pastor Smitty, can you come in for a second? I will need you to stop making remarks about my son's weight. I'm trying to keep him, confident. So I'm gonna need you to stop undoing what I'm doing as a parent. That junk ain't funny. Older ain't, it ain't funny. So Q, I want to talk to you when you got invited to tonight's telecast, and thank you for bringing your friend on. Tell me about your experience when it comes to embracing your body, Q.
Well, thank you so much for the warm welcome. I am excited to be here. Thank you, Aquila, too. So, um, I, I would say, excuse my background. I'm
You're
moving quite
fine.
a bit. I've been moving since I've been
Chill
out
on
here.
here. Chill.
Let me sit down because I can't chew bubble gum and walk at the same time. So
I feel you.
I'll stumble all over my words. So, I would say, like, as an adult, I definitely experienced a weight gain like very rapidly that I didn't even realize I was experiencing it until I started seeing photos of myself. I got
Okay.
so used to taking angle pictures, just oh I'm like this chin, and
Mhm.
realizing that like after a while that I was very much hiding myself from myself until I started seeing myself in other people's photos, and I was like, dang. um, like I became very aware and I became very self conscious about it. And like how you spoke about how when you went to the concert, I would go into grocery stores and feel so self conscious,
Mhm.
and it was all of a sudden I
Wow.
and it was like literally before then I was walking in my skin comfortably. Um, and not to say when I was younger, like that I was so much thinner and fit, but I was a lot more active to where whatever I did have on me, I wasn't as far as weight wise,
Mhm.
I wasn't I didn't think about it as much as I did after I became aware as an adult and I recognized like how drastically my weight had shifted.
Okay.
And so during the pandemic, I started working on myself a bit because I have PCOS and I started having like other major health issues
Mhm.
that also contribute to like the additional weight gain. And I thought, I definitely need to get ahead of this because I felt not not only was I now very much aware of my appearance, I was very much aware of my health. Like
Okay.
my health like starting to taking the toll. And so I
Right.
started doing things where like walking and start drinking smoothies and increase my water intake. And my it started to shift, but I went into it thinking about, oh, I wanted to look differently so I can have confidence.
Mm.
And
Okay.
I went about it so wrong in that way where it was very superficial and I wasn't it wasn't healthy. It still wasn't healthy. That's my whole point. It still wasn't healthy. And not until recently last year I thought about the fact that, I really had I and I don't know if this is the platform for that, but I excuse me. I speak to my friend about stepping into her sexiness as a
Yeah,
woman,
you better speak.
regardless
Yeah.
regardless of how you feel. Sometimes you're able, however you feel about your body. But I
Yes.
was able to fortunately step into that where I am, and like I can admit, even as a younger woman, much younger woman, still a young woman, claim that,
All right. You
but
better
a much
say.
younger woman, and a lot, smaller. I
Mhm.
didn't have that confidence,
Okay.
and so getting to a place mentally healthy, and
Yes. So important.
and realizing that my health starts here first, and
Yes.
yet my appearance I can change if I want, but
Yes.
also being able to embrace and appreciate my body for
Yes.
what it is. I'm mobile. I can, I do the things I still want to do. And whenever I feel a little more challenged than other, I try to increase something to help improve upon that.
Mm-hmm.
But being able to really be in a space mentally to be able to love on myself differently has taken me somewhere else to where I'm not that consciously always aware. And I will admit sometimes I am like I put on a shirt I kept for years, like, I'm gonna get back in this shirt, and I think it's
Yes.
time, and then I'm like, oh, it's not time yet, or it may not ever be time. I go back there sometimes, and then I'm like, girl, well, it's okay. You got
It's
another one in
okay.
there somewhere that you gonna go out and splurge on. So I think that's one, and I'd be lying if I didn't say sometimes I definitely think, okay, well, this is your year to like really step into what you really
Mhm.
wanted to do fitness wise and become more slimmer. But I try not to dwell on it as much because I really do
Yeah.
appreciate my body in a different way. So I
That's
would say
good.
overall, my experience with my appearance really, whew, it's been a long one, and it's still ongoing. But I think I have been I have been affected by people's comments and settings as
Mhm.
well, which I think also helped me, well, made me aware of it. Is when I'm in on this note. I'm a bit long winded, but
Oh, you're fine.
some girlfriends of mine invited me out to dinner. They're really good people. They're really have that I can say that I really believe in my heart of heart they have really good intentions for
Mhm.
me and anybody else that they share space with. And they're slimmer women, really nice, beautiful looking women, and they're slimmer. They're much slimmer, very fit, no waist. They're beautiful, beautiful in their own way. Not just because they're the description I gave of their image. and let me be clear about that. But anyhow, they were making comments about their intake. They were eating food and they're foodies. They call themselves foodies,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
and they eat a lot. And so they kept saying, "Oh, okay, you fat," calling the one girl fat, or saying, and forgive me, I don't I just want to make sure that, like I said, I'm very like intentional about how I say things, because I do understand that sometimes you need to be in a space where things are not triggering, especially if it was something that you was teased on. So please forgive me if I stumble on my words, because I become aware of what I'm saying.
It's okay. You're doing
so
good. Good.
so be using that word, honestly, I thought like that's probably not okay. But because it's hard for me to hear sometimes, I'm gonna just say that. But either way, they were saying these things, and they were just joking, like they were joking among themselves about how they were intaking food. And I'm sitting over here thinking, like, I'm over here, I literally count my calories.
Right.
And like the comments that they make, and not being I guess like aware of their surroundings and understanding how that can affect the people, their loved ones or people around them that they claim
Yes.
to respect, and it made me feel uncomfortable, even though it was not geared to me. I totally made it about myself, and I recognized that it wasn't about me, it wasn't geared towards me. But recognizing the fact that you don't even know the people, you at that point I realized they don't know how that has affected me,
Yes.
and how I've taken so many leaps and bounds to like get a grip on that, to be in
Yes.
a space with girlfriends that's talking like this and not understanding how it's continuously affecting me. But God will put you in places that he'll challenge that growth.
Oh,
Whereas
yes,
like
he
now
will.
now I had to tell, I had to practice what I've been working on, which is, the strength that came with understanding that, again, it's not about me, and that
Yes,
if I want
Simone.
to do anything about it, I can change it, but also that, you know, it's okay. It's okay how they feel, and it's okay how anybody else feel about it. It really matters how I feel about myself. So I believe that there. But thank you so much for
Wow.
asking about me.
Thank you. You just said so many amazing things. And when you said that the comments were directed towards you, and on the scenario that I mentioned where the preacher called out the young man for being overweight, again, it was not done maliciously. I know this preacher, and somebody that knows him may watch this, but it's okay. It wasn't towards me, but in that moment, it was. In that moment, I represented every big child. I'm 47. That baby can't be no more than 12. In that moment, I had flashbacks of myself trying to fit in the desk at school, because they've not made for, ain't nothing made for big people. Ain't no chairs. It's very few chairs. Attention, America. I'm gonna need y'all to get a grip, because we ain't 110 pounds, you know, and even theater seats, school desks, the average seating arrangement is not accommodatable for a larger person. And when that was said to the young person, I felt my whole body just cringe, because I was wondering, how is that baby feeling? How does that mother and that child feel every time this person says, "You're just getting so big. You're just getting so big. Go try to feed him. He getting so big." And it's this thing about older people, and I do not discriminate against any age group. Let me be very clear. I love my and respect my elders, but I'm gonna need that respect to be reciprocated, elders. I'm an elder to somebody, but I'm not gonna create a situation where somebody feels self-conscious about who and what they are in that moment. I just feel like it's just unnecessary. But in that generation, that was permissible. Woo, child, what you feeding that baby? Woo, Lord. And to be honest, my grandmother, for a snack coming home from school, a snack was, girl, I ain't got nothing but some neck bones and some pinto beans and some macaroni and cheese. That's what I had to hold you. Okay, that'll do it. I'll eat it. And got home and ate a whole nother meal. My Mima did not do peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. She cooked snacks, was whole, rib tips and everything. But a part of our culture is to eat. What do we do when we go out and we fellowship? We gotta eat.
Right.
So it's not a bad thing. I think one of the things is, and this article mentions it, she feels we ought to be free around food. It's just how we approach food.
Choices. Mm-hmm.
It's the choices, Tracy. So if you are at a place like me where I love sweets, I can forego regular food for a good slice. Oh, I feel God. Of church basement pound cake. Let me get a drink.
Mm.
Hold on. My
Look,
God.
while you drinking, I ordered
Woo!
me a pound cake for
Girl.
but tomorrow my birthday, so I ordered it for my
So you
birthday.
so you need
But
that cake is important.
you know how important it was. You know how many cakes you got me when I was pregnant.
I'm telling you, it's something about sweets and it's certain things that I just love. But the key is Gabby and I, my daughter is almost 20. We went through a nutritional program years ago together called Let's Get Healthy through Henry Ford. Amazing program. And their motto was, you can have it. Oh my God, today. If you have it. Y'all get that? You can, somebody put that in the comments. You can have it. Oh, I feel Shaba. You can have it if you have it. So that you're not depriving yourself of some of the niceties of life. If you like pound cake, if you like, I love tiramisu. I love tiramisu. But just don't have a whole, pot of it. Just be mindful eating. Be mindful of your intake, your water intake, your food intake, and your movement. A part of embracing our body. I want to read Sandra's comment. Hi, Sandra. She says, my sister's grandmother used to always comment on my hip size all throughout my childhood. See, it makes you not want to go over the people. Listen here, America. If you somebody's big auntie and nobody comes over to your house, I'm going to ask you to check what you say to the children. A child is not going to come over your house to be insulted by you, big auntie, Medea, big mama, whoever you are. We're not coming. And if we have to go, we're going to stay in the car. And do not approach our window. Window roll up real hard with the eye roll. Okay? I'm telling you, y'all got to, older people, any people, stop making these comments about people's weight. But to Q's point, there are times when I joke about my weight because that is my way of saying, I think I'm okay. But in all actuality, I don't think I am. I'm just trying to smooth it over so everybody else is comfortable with me. It's my trauma. It's kind of a trauma response where before you can talk about it, let me just say, yep, I know. Let me get it out the way now. This chair is tight. Okay, I want to be the one to talk about myself before you talk about me. Hi, Auntie Emma. Auntie Emma said, words do have power.
Yep.
But in all respect, you are still perfect in God's eye. You right, Auntie. I just love you. I have been on both sides. I was 283 and now 130. Go on, Auntie.
Wow.
Go ahead. I ain't been 130 since birth.
Wow.
Listen, see how I just did that? It just rolls off my tongue, Q. I can't. Here go your baby. She's 12. Go to your mama. Go on over there, girl. I mean, it's just what I do, y'all. Y'all need to. But I had an interview a few years ago with a girlfriend of mine, and I was telling her about some of the things that I go through as a big woman, and how many times I have had to pass up on going places. Like, for example, if I wasn't driving and my friends would say, I'm gonna come get you and take you, my first question, what kind of car do you have? Because back in the day, they had two-door cars, and that was the work of the devil. Not the normal devil, the darkest devil. And if I had to get in the back, I done told my stockings up trying to extend myself to get in somebody's backseat. No, ma'am, I won't be able to go. I have had to forfeit because I'm not doing that. Hey, Coco, I'm not embarrassing myself trying to squeeze myself into somebody's little two-seater. You go. I'm just not doing it. So then when I start driving myself, why you always gotta drive? I'll meet y'all there. Just give me the address. I know what kind of car I have. My car loves me. My Equinox knows my weight size, and she has accommodated me for 5 years, and I love her. Thank you if you're looking out there and watching Equinox. I love you, girl. Her name is Cajun. So I don't really ride with people like that. I mean, who wouldn't want to save gas? Who wouldn't want to carpool and have fun with the people? But for LHG, I'm funny style like that. I'll pick you up now. I'll come pick you up. But as far as picking me up, unless you got a church bus, I probably wouldn't. I probably wouldn't. Mm-mm, mm-mm. So Tracy, here come my sister Coco. I'm bringing her on. Coco, you coming on? Look at my girl. Hey, Coco.
Hey everyone, how are you guys doing?
Hello.
My sister, fellow podcaster Coco Fenton. Thank you for coming on, sis. Tracy, I got a question for you. When you think about society, what do you think society has done to influence how we feel about our bodies?
Ooh. Um, Influenced us. They haven't. They haven't.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay. So you say society ain't said nothing that makes you feel a certain kind of way?
Um, I haven't had those many issues like that.
That's
Like
good.
not like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've been a big girl all my life too.
Yeah.
And the old people back
Mhm.
in the day, I was chubbier than what I am now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody else feel that society has influenced them to feel a certain kind of way? Anybody else want to jump on that?
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Um, we live in a social media era where everybody want to be picture perfect on Instagram, on Facebook. Like Q was saying, like she was taking pictures, like in certain angles, and that pretty much, was good for her. But then once she seen herself in other pictures, it was the difference, and that's pretty much how social media is. They take these pictures, women and couples, all this stuff. They put these pictures out here, and they Photoshop, they
Wow.
what I'm saying, they altered and all of this stuff, the skin looking perfect. Because I mean, I've been into makeup for a long time, and it's like I'm like, man, my makeup can never look like the people that I'm watching, and
Okay.
it's because they are literally filtering and altering and photoshopping their pictures to almost look perfect. So you kind of like, even if you don't feel it like strong, you kind of feel like, dang, like, like when you take pictures, it's like, dang, my regular camera, I probably don't use that one that often. I
Okay.
probably go to Snapchat and get a little soft filter, not nothing
Okay.
crazy, but it's just society kind of makes you feel like you should look perfect.
Right.
And not that I don't buy into that,
Okay.
but I'm like, if I'm gonna post, it's gonna be a good post, because
Yep.
I don't post that often. So if I
Right.
post, it's gonna be a good post. But
Right. Right.
society has made me feel like just my regular non-filtered camera is not good enough
Mhm.
sometimes. Now
Mhm.
if I'm doing videos and stuff like that, that's different.
Right.
But if I'm like just uploading a photo, I do feel kind of like the pressure to look a certain kind of way, or to take a certain angle,
Mhm.
or that type of thing, because society is not nice to bigger people.
That's true.
There is like some percentage is becoming like more okay with it,
Right.
which is like, why do you have to become okay with,
Okay. Yes.
right?
Yes. Cause
Like,
oh, she must have had her internet go out again.
I got a car. But why, it's like, why do we have to be something that you have to accept or learn to be like, oh,
Mhm.
well, that's cool. we're all people at the end of the day, whether we big, small, or
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
yeah.
But society definitely, plays a big part in how people portray themselves.
That's true. I think it's also generational. I'm almost 50. So for me, I may not see as much or put as much weight on the whole social media frenzy. Kind of like Tracy was like, it don't really bother me because I,
Right.
I feel how I feel. But in the era of the millennials, I think what's the next Gen X, I think it's everything is on social media. Your entire existence is on social media, and people see the likes and the shares as they're my friends. No, they don't know you. I mean, people really put a lot of effort into keeping this appearance up to where for me, I posted it. I may have a filter, I may not. This is how I look. One eyelash on, one eyelash off. It is what it is. But in the younger generations, they really grew up in nothing but technology. Social media is everything. Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Tinder, whatever other stuff is out there. So to a younger person who's really technologically savvy and into that, they
Exactly.
may be negatively influenced because of someone saying a comment in the comments that could lead them to want to hurt themselves,
Yeah.
because this generation holds on to the word of strangers so tightly. It scares me. We got a question from Auntie Emma. My question to society: what is picture perfect? Auntie, that's a very good question. Because society will say negative 10 pounds, you have one Brussels sprout per year, and you drink, 200 ounces of water per minute. I mean, society and how doctors make you feel a certain kind of way. I mean, if you go by society, it's gonna change every 6 months. One thing is trending one day, one thing is not trending the next day. So society's view of perfection is a Barbie doll. The original, what color is Barbie? The original peach colored Barbie doll. To me, that is what society sees as picture perfect. She got she's skinny, she got a little hips, she got a little boobs, she ain't got much caboose. That's what American society thinks is perfection. Now, when you go on Instagram or Facebook and a bigger person, now there are people who are courageous enough to go on and say, I am 800 pounds and I am losing weight. You got some that's gonna dog them, and you got some that's gonna praise them. It's always split. Me, I'm like, yes, girl, you can do it. Go ahead, girl, go ahead. Because you don't know that woman's story. You don't know how that person could have came close to death and finally got the courage to get up and take 6 steps a day for 1,200 days, and now she's down to 400. Well, she's still big, but she was 8 before. People don't understand the stories behind what people are dealing with. So this whole social media frenzy, y'all keep y'all words to yourself. My mama said, if it ain't nice, don't say it. Coco, chime on in. You got something on your mind?
Well, nowadays people feel like picture perfect is getting aesthetics,
Ooh,
you
BBLs and
know,
stuff.
and,
Mm.
and going and getting their bodies botched, to try to fit somebody's reality of
Yes,
what they feel like they're supposed to look like.
yes,
And now these aesthetics is killing people.
yes.
You
Taking
know
them
what I
out.
mean? And you
Jesus.
got people who are looking to try to fit somebody else memorandum of
Yes,
what they're supposed to look like so much that they do a lot to themselves and they no longer look like themselves, if you know what I mean. Let's,
yes.
let's take for instance, I'm gonna use for example, we all know her, we used to love her back in the day, Little Kim.
Little Kim was so beautiful. Oh
She
my
was
God.
to me, she looked better back in the day. Now she looked like a
She
cat in the
did.
face. You know what I
Ooh,
mean? Now you look at her, you like, what happened?
what
Yeah.
You
happened?
know, and it's just like, why did you do this to yourself? But if you go back and you listen to her story,
Okay.
the reason why she did it is because she didn't like herself.
See?
You
Wow.
know, and she felt like she had to do these things to get
Wow.
people to like her.
Wow.
And that's the problem. You
Wow.
know, a
Problem.
lot of so many women, and I hate to say it, especially us,
Mhm.
um, we don't compliment the other sister enough
No.
for her to feel okay with her. You know
Wow.
what I mean?
That's good.
Instead of complimenting her to say, "Girl, you look good, and that dress look good on you," or
Yes.
to tell her that she just looked good today. Period. Girl, you cute. You
Yes.
know,
Come on.
whatever. Instead of doing that, no, you know what we do? Girl, do you see what she had on?
Yes, sis. That's it.
Did they forget that we now have waist trainers and Spanx that you can wear to try to make everything fit in place so it ain't got to be everywhere, instead of being who we can be to one
Right.
another. That's not what we do,
That's true. That's
and that's
true.
the problem.
That's right. And some of us are wearing these waist trainers and they so tight you passing out in the streets and don't nobody know why you passed out.
Yeah, well, a lot of people don't even understand what the waist trainers do. not only do they
Tight.
slim your not only do they slim your waist, they actually rearrange your inside.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Ooh.
And
So
so
your
where
queen could be
people
laying on your stomach.
Yeah, so where people are
Oh,
wearing them, the doctor, because you know my story. So I have a doctor that told me, said, well, you can wear it, but you cannot wear it all the time.
wow.
You wear it, a certain amount of time doing it and take it off. Do
Yeah.
not walk around with this thing on you all day. You know what I mean? Because it
Ooh.
will rearrange your insides. And
Wow.
so a lot of people don't know that. And when you
I
don't
didn't know
know
that.
something, they continuously do it. And
Yes.
because you got to look at it. When you put these waist trainers, especially the real good ones, they
Yes.
slim you up so much that you can lose 4, 5 dress sizes because it does
Ooh.
so much. You got to think about it exactly what is it contracting besides the
Yes,
outside of
because
you.
they're so tight and they got 200 snaps.
Right. So
Who
it's
got
doing
time for that?
it's also doing stuff to your insides. And my doctor
My
told me that.
God, my God,
And so,
my
he said if I wanted to get one, I could get one, but I could not wear it longer than 3 hours in a day.
God.
Mm.
And
Wow.
you got women that walk around wearing this thing all day.
All day,
Yes.
all night.
And
Yes.
not only do they wear it all day, they go to work out in the gym in it.
Yes, they do.
I,
Ooh,
I don't see how you could be constricted and you doing
I
I
don't
don't
either.
I
Or
don't
how
see how
can you
that
even eat? And
I
I
don't, I
used
don't
to have one. I was using a back brace because
mhm,
I got back issues. So I used my back brace to also double as kind of a controller of the
mhm,
stomach area. But when I had my gallbladder taken out,
mhm.
they told me you can't, you're
You
gonna have to be
can't
real
do it.
careful with that because you're pressing on stuff. So now
Mhm,
it makes sense. Now I like the way it made me look in certain types of blouses. But
mhm.
now what I would do, let me just say, good, bad, or indifferent, I like control top drawers.
Oh,
It does the same thing with that.
Put
It
you
does
some
the
little
same thing
control
without all
top
the
drawers
extra.
on and
yeah.
and let that thing get your stomach together and
Mhm.
have a nice, because they make underwear that have kind of a contouring effect.
Yes.
Right.
Clothes, or and if I do a girdle, it's not a real tight one. When you look at Facebook, they putting on these girdles that have 8,000 snaps. You got to get
Mhm.
you got to get your mama, your daddy, and your first cousin on your
To
daddy
help you
side to
get
take
in and
off
out of it. Mhm.
a shoehorn and some Crisco to get that thing off.
And I have nothing against the guy, but there's a guy and his wife that's on Facebook and they sell them. When he sells them, he has the girls come in and he's showing you on live how he's putting them in it. When I tell you it takes him an hour and a half
Whoa.
See,
to get the
Whoa.
chick inside the thing because it's so
that's
many
that
snap.
that
It's
ain't
so
right.
many snap, and you can see him like maneuvering the parts of her body
Pushing
to
stuff
get
in
it.
there.
Yes, and
See,
I was just like, but she got to go home and get out of it though.
she got to get out of it. Now, Simone, let me tell you what I do because I'm a big girl. I go to stores like Woman Within, Romans, and some of their underwear literally have they come up higher than normal. I'm just gonna be
Mhm.
they bloomers, Simone. They bloomers. They ain't no sexy. Let's lay down. It ain't, it ain't sexy, but they come up higher and they control my stomach area.
Yes.
So
Now,
yeah, I call them control type underwear, Simone.
for the ones that want to go out and buy some, I'm gonna give you the company to get it from because theirs do not do what you see these other people do. Shapelex.
Shapelex. Okay.
Okay.
They have the ones that have they have the contour underwear.
Mm-hmm.
They have the ones that pull up like the Spanx that look like biking shorts and they
Mm-hmm.
come right up under where your boobs be.
Yep.
Mm.
They don't, but they have none with snaps.
See.
They all come up like that, and they even have the one that you could put on like a full leotard.
See.
And theirs work very good.
And
Oh,
when you talk about something changing your insides,
right.
I mean, what at what cost?
Yeah,
We're talking about embracing our body, and some of these gadgets, to me, you're not embracing your body.
no.
You're making yourself sick to achieve a hourglass figure when you're not in the hourglass lane right now. You in a 2 liter lane. A 2 liter Coke is still a good Coca-Cola, girl. Just you need to embrace what is an embrace? There's a hug, it's an embrace. Embrace means you surround somebody. You
Mhm.
got to love yourself and surround yourself enough to say, I'm okay right here, right now. Now, if you want to lose weight to be healthy and get lower blood pressure, then by all means, let's do it. But do it in a healthy way, in a way that you're not trying to do it for a man or for somebody else's, for them. It's do it for you. My nephew got a clothing line, t-shirts, and it says, do it for you. I'm gonna have to get one and wear it on the show. Do it for you. We
Right.
doing all of these surgeries and reconfiguring this. Little Kim was so beautiful to me when she first came out.
Yes, she
I can't
was.
even tell she's human. No shade, Little Kim. I love you, but the way she's reconfigured her face, she look like a cat.
She looks like a cat, and on top of that, if anybody pay attention, she bleached herself.
See,
Yeah.
She bleached herself because she was dark back
she
then.
was a nice chocolate brown.
Right. And so and nobody really paid attention to, wait, hold on, like you 5 shades lighter than what you were.
Right. Unrecognizable. You know who else did that? Joan Rivers. Do y'all
Yeah.
remember her? She had so many reconstructive facial surgeries that she looked like a cat
Yeah.
on Broadway that should have a fairy tale going down the street. And for a woman to feel as though, and when you got money, you can keep having that junk. You never get satisfied. The
Right.
rich people get one surgery. Oh, no, I want that. Oh, no, I want that. It's an insatiable desire because they have the money at their disposal. Insurance don't cover all that. They
Nope.
paying for that stuff.
Yep.
It's cosmetic. It's for a look, not for health reasons. It's a look. But when you do it too much, you may have health
Right.
problems and be in a worse predicament than you were when you was, 15.
Exactly.
Yes, she did, Simone. She
See,
bleached she bleached herself, baby.
wow.
And
And
see,
her
and see
skin is
this,
very light.
and see this is the other thing too.
Woo,
Not only do you have the aesthetic part, but now you got women and men who are having the weight loss surgery because they're trying to keep somebody.
Yeah.
The person that they with telling them, well, if you lose weight, this is how this could be. They go get the surgery, lose the weight, and the person still leave.
still leave. If they don't
Still
love you, they
leave.
don't love you.
Right, still leave. And I watched so many people have the surgery when I was in the hospital. This lady had the surgery while I was in the hospital, while she was recuperating in the room next to me. Her husband served her with divorce papers.
See,
Wow.
see, Lord have
And
mercy.
when I tell you she was so distraught, they had to sedate her.
See,
Like it was so bad. She said, I did all this for him.
see,
Wow.
And he got the audacity to want to divorce me now.
see.
And it was just so much. She was just so done in by it. And at the time I couldn't get up and walk to her, but
Right.
she was up and she was moving around. So I asked the nurse, I said, look, can you bring her to my room one day? I just need to talk to her for a second. And the nurse brought her to my room one day. I said, baby, can you sit down? I just need you to take a seat. I just need you to give me 5 minutes of your time. I know you don't know me. And she said, okay. So she listened to me. I said, look, let me tell you something. I said, I don't care what no man tell you. I don't care if it's your mama. I don't care if it's your daddy. Baby, you were beautifully and wonderfully made from the womb.
Yes.
Stop feeling like
Yes.
you
Yes.
gotta make yourself look some way to fit
Ooh,
somebody else's standard. I said, because baby, what he didn't want, somebody else gonna want.
come on here.
I said,
Come
so
on.
I understand. I understand because you feel like you invested so much time.
Right.
So many years that went by, y'all got kids. I get it. I get it. I understand. I done been there too. I done been through divorce too, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I said, but understand what was another man's loss is another man's treasure.
Absolutely.
And when I said that to her, she was like, you know what? Okay. Okay. And that was the first time she smiled the whole time she was in the hospital. And I said, if you don't remember nothing else I said, always take it to heart. That baby, don't nobody gotta validate you.
Nobody.
Don't
Y'all
nobody
hear
gotta
that?
validate you.
That's the
And,
whole premise
and-
of this show. If you
right,
don't get nothing else out of what's been said, love yourself enough
right.
to
And,
want to
and,
get
and
better for you and you alone.
that
Because
part,
you do it for them, what they want can change
Yeah.
tomorrow.
that part.
What they want can
And
change next. What you gonna keep doing surgeries until they like, oh, I don't like you, I don't like you. Nah, I like you. If they don't want you, they're gonna leave for
right,
any other kind of reason. We have got to get to a point where we are loving ourselves enough. Self-love is so necessary. We don't talk about it enough, y'all. We may not have been really raised to know what self-love is, but I need you all to follow a young lady named Kyle Shonda. Chayilchanda. She's been on my show before.
put it in the comment.
Okay. And what happened when I met her, I knew about self love, but because of what she does, it's her anointing. Self love and teaching women how to love themselves is her anointing. She's written books about it, she's done videos about it, she got a whole vibe about it. But she opened my eyes to you can't love who you don't know.
Right,
If you are not spending time with yourself and your thoughts and your body because you're so busy running behind everybody else, you don't even know who you are. You can't love who you don't know. Self-awareness comes before self-love. Who are you?
right,
In
right,
order for you to embrace your body, you got to understand who you are in the eyes of God. Not a
right.
man, not a woman, not a magazine, not society. Who are you in the eyes of your maker? He makes no mistakes.
But you gotta add one part to that, LSG. Not only do you gotta realize who you are, you also gotta realize who you are not.
Woo, come on with it.
You are not the labels
Jesus.
that you are not the labels that's been put on you.
Come on.
You know what
My
I'm saying? And
God
so
today.
you also have to realize who you're not.
Wow.
Growing up, a lot of people may have called you a lot of things, and you know what?
Yes.
You answer to it
Right.
because
That part.
you didn't know no better then.
Come
But
on.
now you gotta realize I am not what you said I was. And so
Woo.
not only do you have to realize who you are, but you also have to realize who you are not.
Wow. That is powerful. We got to get out of here. We're gonna have to do a part 2 on this because I feel I ain't even get to my notes. This has been so good. Thank you to Quilla and Q. They had to go. Listen, y'all. Next Tuesday is going to be part 2 because I want to go through this article and I want to give y'all 9 ways to embrace your body. But as a takeaway tonight, I need you to look in the mirror.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
good,
Not,
Simone.
not in disgust. Not in disgust. But I need you to love what you see. Turn
Yes.
around and look. Just. I mean, you are who you are. You have what you have. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But look at yourself in a different way this time. Not like, remember on Color Purple when
Mm.
Celie started smiling and she did her mouth like
Mhm,
this, and she
mhm.
said, "You got a beautiful smile." Sometimes you just need a reminder of how beautiful you really are. Yes, you, sis, you. No matter what society sees as beautiful or not, your doctor can keep badgering you about weight loss. Okay, fine, no problem. But we love ourselves because we are here and made by a creator who thought enough. If
Yes.
he thought you were worth it to bring you here,
Mhm.
then you must really be some kind of superstar. I got to get out of here. Tracy Curry, I love you.
I
For
love you,
those who
Lord.
are in the Detroit area, Tracy sells paparazzi too. What's your business name, sis?
Brightmore Bling.
Come on, Brightmore Bling. I need y'all to hit her up. This is my team member. You bless her, you bless me. I need you all to hit her up and on social media. What's your page name?
Tracy Curry.
Okay.
Yep.
TRACIE
Yep.
CURRY. My
Well,
Brightmore.
nice
I
to
grew
meet
up
you,
in
Miss Tracy.
Brightmore.
Pleasure.
Brightmore. So
Brightmore.
y'all got a
Brightmore.
bling queen in the middle of y'all neighborhood. I bet not catch y'all at Nary Beauty Supply Store buying that jewelry when you got a bling queen right around the corner. I'm gonna do an arrest. I'm gonna arrest you myself. Okay? Don't play us like that. We
Don't
I
do
got
got one thing to
me.
say to Miss Tracy, LAG. I got one thing to say to Miss Tracy, LSG.
Okay.
Yes.
So look, let me say something to you, Miss Tracy. First of all, I don't know you from a can of paint,
My
but
God.
nice to meet you for one. But
My
let me say this to you though. You know, God heard you,
My God.
right? He heard you. There been some unanswered prayers that you've been waiting on,
Jesus.
and
Yes.
He heard you.
Jesus.
He heard you.
Speak,
That's
Lord.
all you need to know is He heard you. And
Thank
at the end of the day, He's pleased with what you have done.
you.
Ooh.
So stop thinking that you haven't done enough.
My God.
Stop asking yourself, what more can I do? Because you're already doing it, right?
Wow.
Understand this. You know, the word release is hanging over your head. And at the end of the day, all you gotta do is pull it down.
Jesus.
All you gotta do is pull it down.
Thank you, Jesus.
Because
Yes.
let's say this, the people that the naysayers that had a whole lot to say about you,
Jesus.
they're gonna have to bite their words.
Ooh.
Ooh.
They're gonna have to bite their words. So
Jesus.
don't you hold your head down. Don't you shed another tear because of other people
Come
that
on.
that counted you out because he counted you in. When they disqualified you, he qualified you. And so
Jesus.
you need to understand that you're in the right place at the right time.
Amen. Thank you, sister.
My God.
Mm.
All right.
Woo.
That's
Trailblazers
all I had to
Radio.
say to you.
You just never know
See?
what's going to go on with Trailblazers Radio. That's why you got to like, subscribe, get notifications, because you just never know.
Mm.
Ooh. Wow.
So
Auntie Annie said, speak,
keep it
Lady
smiling.
Coco.
So keep
Listen,
it smiling.
before we go, on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, it's February 9th. Some of you may or may not know our Coco, who you're looking at, has had some extreme health challenges. Those of you who have followed, the different podcasts, you probably know a little bit about it. I need you all to be in the live chat on Thursday at 8. We are doing a fundraiser. I'll put the GoFundMe in the comments somewhere, but you can give. It's good ground. She needs medical treatment. And I'm not going to get emotional. Okay. I am grateful that she is still here with us because her testimony will astound you. I would rather we do a GoFundMe than you get a post that says go view her.
Mm.
Catch that. Catch that. I would rather we do a GoFundMe and get her healing than you see a post when she left up out of here. So I need you all to show up in high numbers on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time to, number one, be in support of her. She is the one that supports everybody. I need you all to be in the house. I need you all to share. I will post about it. I need these comments to be going so quickly that I can't even keep up. I know, Simone. I just put these eyelashes on, Simone. I'm not trying to cry. I'm not. But when it comes to this one here and how the Lord brought us together and what she means to me in my life, yeah, we ready, Simone. We ready, ain't we? We ready. I need you all to spread the word. The treatment is not covered by traditional insurance. This is what she needs to be who she is supposed to be in the earth. doing the work of the Lord, doing what she does. She just came in here and got me one eyelash, then already waved goodbye. Listen, one eyelash and logged off, one still logged on. Okay. I need you all to show up and show all the way out this Thursday. Mark your calendars, get a sticky note, put it on your fridge, put it on your purse, whatever. I need y'all in here. Right here on my show, we're doing a special Thursday night fundraising edition of Critical Conversations, and I need y'all in the house. Other than that, I got to get out of here. This has been amazing. Girl Chat blesses my soul. When I tell y'all, thank you, Auntie. Come on. That's right. That's right. I meant that.
I'm so proud of LHD, y'all. Y'all have no
I
idea.
mean that. I mean that. This girl has been surviving a whole lot. And I want to see her healthy, feeling good, because she always smiling.
Yes.
She always smiling. No matter, you wouldn't even know half the time what she's really going through medically, because she's a trooper for real. So I need y'all to make sure y'all show up. I need y'all to go to YouTube on Trailblazers Radio and subscribe. I need you to hit the subscribe button right now where y'all at. Hit subscribe so you can know when we're coming on. You'll get notifications. We have all types of content. Our CEO has a show. Coco has 2 shows with Quint. They have My Life Has Destiny. So we are doing our best to bring you content that matters, that will bless you and help you and prosper you in different ways. Girl Chat is our place to talk about stuff. It's beauty shop talk. We kicking it. We kicking it, but we're learning and we're growing at the same time.
Yes,
And I enjoy our fellowship. I'll be looking forward to y'all coming in. This helps me. This helps me. So I love y'all. We got to get out of here because I got to tell some jury. Tracy Curry, I love you.
Love you
I
more.
thank you. Auntie Emma, I love you. It don't matter what I'm doing. Auntie Emma Ballard Simon is in the comments. I don't care. I can be on Mount Everest trying to climb up. I'm just saying, girl, keep going, honey, girl. That's my cheerleader for real. My accountability partner. They come through, they roll through for your girl.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Yeah. Simone said, I don't know Coco except through the podcast, but she is excited to be able to help her in her healing journey. That's why we love you.
Appreciate y'all.
That's why we love you. I need you all to support. Like us on Facebook. We want to get our viewership up. We are trying to take this to the world. We feel as though we are able to impact lives. We impact our own lives. But we want to share this with you. This is what God has given us to share with the world. Sandra Mays, I don't care what I'm doing. My sister gonna be right there. Now, sis, sit on down now. You didn't stood up too long. Now, sis, here goes some water. Sandra, I love you. She is family. That's family. That's family. So I got to get out of here. Coco, thank you. My sister, thank you. Your presence is always appreciated. But I got to go make some ducats. So I will see you all Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, Sharon is caring. Share this video. Get y'all girlfriends involved. Tuesday night at 8. Make it a watch party and y'all just meet in the comments. It's that kind of party. Okay? And pray for me that I can expand the brand. Because I love what I do. I love it. I literally love this. Is what I want to do all day, every day. Lord willing. Lord, you hear me? You hear me, Lord? Yeah. I got to go. So have a good night. I will see you all Thursday at 8 p.m. Spread the word. I will drop the GoFundMe on the page. I love you too, Sandra. Yes, keep praying. Simone, listen, pray. Exceedingly abundantly above all we can ask or think. That's the kind of God we serve. And he is at work. All right, y'all. I got to go for real. I got 1 minute. Good night, everybody. We love you.